on, Starro.
What is good, OD fam? Welcome back to the channel. We are here with some more Gotham Knights content, and today it's all about Heroic Assault, which dropped this past Tuesday, but more specifically, how to complete the final floor solo so you can begin your journey of making the best builds possible at the new max level. So if you have been enjoying the Gotham Knights content and want to stay up to date with all the videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get it. So for those who are new to the game, Heroic Assault is a new free-to-play gameplay mode separate from the main story campaign, where we see our heroes take on Starro, who is using his mind control abilities on all the enemy factions to take over Gotham. Heroic Assault supports up to 4 players and has 30 floors of objective-based arena-like combat for the heroes to complete, while also gaining new colorways and gear at the new max level, which is 60. The update also came with a new second game mode called Showdown, which allows the Knights to replay all the main boss fights in the game to once again obtain new and higher level gear. But today we will be focusing solely on Heroic Assault and showcasing everything you need to know on how to farm the final floor, whether it's solo or in a group. So for starters, I recommend you guys run this solo or with one other teammate, because adding more than 2 players makes the enemies very tanky, which will result in a longer runtime. And since the game already has a very unrewarding gear setup, you don't want to waste extra time just to miss out on the gear you're looking for. The top 2 characters I recommend you run this with are Batgirl and Robin, mainly for one specific reason, which I'll explain later in the video. But basically you have 2 main objectives throughout the encounter, the first being to transport Starro from one room to another while protecting the transportation unit from enemies. No matter how fast you kill the enemies, the waves will not stop coming, so it's going to be a lot of dodging and timely momentum abilities to get through this process, so take your time and don't rush. Starro has 2 main attacks during the transportation process, which are pretty easy to avoid. The first being some kind of energy blast that you can easily leave the radius for, because he will pretty much warn you when he's about to do it. Plus, there is a good bit of time to get out of the way once you hear the warning. Starro also has a reality warping ability, which is also very easy to get around, as all you have to do is just use your range attacks to eliminate the 3 orbs surrounding the transportation unit. And that brings me to the reason why I recommend Robin or Batgirl. There are numerous times where Starro's transportation unit will stop and you will have to reactivate it, which can be very frustrating as the enemies will rush you or throw things at you while you're vulnerable. But with Robin having the fireworks ability with elemental effect, you will have a good bit of protection, definitely enough to reactivate the unit and do some damage. And for Batgirl, we have the Bat Swarm, which is probably the best ability to have for the entire mission, as it will nullify almost all enemy attacks while active. Now, you aren't fully invulnerable with the ability active, as the shield guys, the darts from the Court of Owls, and fire will still hit you and take you off reactivation, but for the most part, these 2 abilities are a must to complete this floor solo. If any of you need build ideas for either of these characters, I'll leave a link in the description for my Status Master Robin build and my Hybrid Batgirl build, which are the exact builds that I use to complete Heroic Assault. And that's pretty much it, you guys. To be honest, the final floor is not very hard to complete. Once you reach the final room to transport Starro, continue to use these methods to activate each of the 4 terminals to unlock the final one, which will zap Starro out of Gotham and leave you with one final man-bat boss fight. Now, just for a few more tips, starting with this final boss fight, you want to make sure to clear out all the enemies first before killing the man-bat to increase your chance of getting a legendary drop. I know that earlier in the video I recommended to complete this either solo or with one other teammate, but big shout out to my man Craven, who suggested that being in a bigger group or keeping your privacy set to public may increase your chance for a legendary drop. Now, I have no way of proving this, but based on our experience, we did seem to get a few more drops this way, so if you have the extra time and don't mind the extra enemy health, I'd say go for it. And finally, if you're like me, we just have to accept that this is definitely a grind. They didn't do us any favors with these really low drop rates and also making it the only way to get max level gear now. So if you really want to maximize your gear, we got to be a little more patient and hope they make some changes in the future. Most likely, they'll realize the drop chance is just too low for the amount of gear in the game, and I really hope they scale the enemies to level 60 in the open world so we can continue to enjoy that while also getting gear. And that's going to be it for me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and it helps as we continue to grind Heroic Assault. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to you. Some of you guys had asked me for my Red Hood and Nightwing build, which I was working on, but things got a little crazy around here. So if you're still interested in seeing those builds, let me know. If you are enjoying the content here in the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.